Alright, I feel very colourful today. Like, I know I'm always colourful from like here up, but I feel even more colourful because my makeup's really colourful. I really like this orange, by the way. It's very bright, very toxic. I appreciate it. But I feel probably because I don't generally have my hair down, it's usually always like up or some kind of iteration or somewhere in between. But I decided to have it down today because why not? I know my background's a bit different, or at least I'm sitting in a different place. You can see my very tasty, partially painted wall here, because I developed fibro and didn't finish painting my wall. That's because my cat is currently here where I usually sit. Yeah, you are. And she started purring. I'm not an evil person and I'm not going to move my cat. I wanted to film this earlier, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know where that train of thought went, but problems. So I hope everyone's having a good day and staying safe. Firstly, it's so lovely that alternative spoonies come out and like comment on my YouTube videos, and it's so wholesome and just adorable and really comforting, which is really sweet. So thank you for that. Secondly, I do have more information on the Adora Brat situation. A couple of people on my Instagram sent me screenshots of her adult-themed party that she threw for a 15-year-old, but I'm not sure whether to make an update video for it or wait until she possibly puts out her second response video, even though it's been 2 weeks and there is still not a response, so let me know what you think, because I don't want to make too many videos on her because I will get bored. Thirdly, I woke up this morning to 1,000 subscribers and thank you. Sorry, my brain just isn't computing things today, but you know, this is the best day I've gotten so far with exhaustion, so this is where we're at. I don't know what I'm doing with my hair at this point. I'm just gonna try and leave it alone, but I'm probably not gonna be able to, so we're gonna go with that. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I never thought I'd get 50. Sorry, I've been going through a period of really bad exhaustion. Like, I haven't been able to do my uni work or anything like that, and I'm barely able to function today, and I think my brain is just melting, so let's melt together, shall we? Okay, so I'm probably going to miss out parts of what I'm going to talk about, so please let me know if I've missed anything and leave it down in the comments. The majority of this is going to be from a shopping viewpoint of someone living in Britain. Parts will obviously be universal depending on where you live and what part I'm talking about, and obviously some shops will ship to your area, but that could be kind of expensive. So obviously you've seen the video title, and this video is about how to look for affordable alternative and gothic clothing as opposed to paying full price, or at least how I do it, because it's going to vary depending upon your own personal situations and where you live, all those different kinds of things. Whilst what I'm saying can be applied to pretty much any size, I'm also going to be talking about different brands and their size ranges and what they're like sort of fit-wise, and their plus size stuff as well. I'll be discussing a few things in this video. Distributors and shops, where I personally get my clothes. Brands, what their sizes are like, what their fits are like, and specifically in regards to plus sizes, and how I buy them cheaply. I'll briefly be covering accessories as I go. However, I'm not going to go into depth. I'll be mentioning what size range pretty much each brand has. I'm not going to focus on a specific kind of sub-style or fashion, because my particular fashion isn't going to be your fashion. If I make it specific to my fashion, it's not going to apply to you, and I feel like it's just going to be much more universal if I talk about it generally, as opposed to kind of specifically as more of a niche, if that makes any sense. You can obviously apply whatever I'm saying to pretty much any time, to any fashion, as I've stated. Again, don't know what I'm doing with my hair. I'm not going to get into the discussion of knockoffs. Everyone has their own opinion in regards to them. Some people like them, some people don't. It's kind of a grey area. Personally, I don't buy knockoffs. which is one reason why I'm not focusing on them. I tend to find that knockoffs are kind of lower in quality generally, and I prefer to go for something that's higher in quality and is going to last me a while, as opposed to knockoffs that are going to break very quickly. Obviously, you're not going to be able to buy sort of a brand dress or a Killstar jacket for the price of a t-shirt in Primark. After all, this is quite an expensive fashion we're all into. Why have we chosen this? I don't know. Finding the bits that you like at an affordable price range is often something that requires quite a bit of patience. The methods I'm going to talk to you about have greatly helped me when building my wardrobe and buying things at a more affordable price. I can't talk today, I am very sorry, but I can never talk. Let's be realistic here, I can never talk. She's snoring. So cute. Anyway, so I want to start off with eBay. Personally, I regard this as my biggest asset when buying clothes and accessories. I buy the majority of mine here, including Killstar dresses, New Rocks, Demonia, Iron Fist. I mean, I don't think I've ever actually bought a new pair of New Rocks. I think I've bought them all on eBay. eBay allows you to set alerts with specifications, so you can be notified when a listing is put up that meets your specific criteria. I personally tend to use search criteria such as Goth dress, or I use a kind of specific brand like Killstar dress or Hell Bunny dress, or whatever you prefer. Obviously with eBay, you're not guaranteed a specific kind of size or style or fashion, but people often sell their clothing and accessories at an affordable price range. With eBay, you do need to check it quite frequently, as things are listed all the time and sometimes they have a short duration. I think you can set up to something like 24 days, but you can also set a very short kind of, I think it's like 2 days, something like that. So you do have to be quite sort of on the ball, as it were. You can often find discontinued things or items from dead brands, which are quite cool. I've got a few of those, I think. Yeah. Oh, whilst the majority of things you can find on eBay are secondhand, if you're not comfortable with that, you can find some new stuff that's sort of brand new with tags or brand new without tags, which will often be still quite affordable, but not as affordable generally as something secondhand is. You can also find things that are quite cheap, but are often akin to Wish quality. Personally, I tend to avoid these as they're often bad quality and break easily, as I said sort of previously. But of course you always get some gems within those kind of things. When I can't afford brand dresses, I tend to buy sort of nice black dresses, as I've worn in some previous videos. I'm not this time. I'm wearing a Killstar dress, but like, you get the idea. I'll buy net or lace or fishnet tops, and I'll kind of layer it all to make an outfit, and it's a really great way to make kind of affordable outfits without being stupidly expensive. You'll also find indie shops on eBay, such as Kitty's Resin, who I made a video on, that make unique jewellery and accessories and home decor. You can also often find some good sort of unbranded gothic stuff for decent prices. Like, I've got a bag like that, they're just randomly unbranded, but I found them for decent prices. Obviously, there are pros and cons when shopping with eBay. If you buy something and find it doesn't fit you, you generally can't return it. You might be able to, but you'll have to pay postage, but it's at the seller's discretion whether you return it or not. Even if you can't return it, you can still resell it, and you might be able to get sort of somewhere near what you paid, or maybe less, but you'll still get some money back. And obviously sizes and styles aren't guaranteed. However, you can come across some really cool things, especially from dead brands. So the second place I wanted to talk about was EMP. And when I want to buy something new, or I'm just sort of randomly looking, EMP is generally the first place I'll go. They're based in the UK, and they have a good range of kind of jewellery and accessories and clothing, and they usually have pretty good sales. They have 5 brands of their own, each with their own kind of individual styles and aesthetics to them. They also have a pretty good size range for their individual brands. Some of their sizing goes up to sort of 5 or 6XL, which is pretty decent. They also, which I love this part, they also offer free returns, which is beyond useful, especially when you're trying on something like a new kind of brand or a new style or a new fit or anything like that. If you find it doesn't fit you, can just return it quite easily, and I find that personally very useful. EMP also have something called a backstage club, which you pay £9.99 a year and you get free delivery and discounts as well as other things for the entire year, which I personally find very useful because the postage in the UK is like £3.99, so if you buy more than twice a year you pretty much make it up, so it works. I highly recommend them. I love shopping with them, and they generally have pretty good discounts as well. Like, I got a band dress there quite cheaply once, and I've had a few things quite cheaply. Good sales. Next thing I want to talk about is Little Boutique. They're another UK based company, and they have a really cool Facebook group that often holds auctions for things. I've had a few things from these auctions very cheaply, including my wallet, two really nice velvet dresses, and this kind of Astrid cardigan, which you've probably seen me wear in different videos. You can often get some really nice brand items really cheaply. I recommend looking there if you're interested in something that's kind of new but still discounted, and that's something that's sort of a brand item. I also wanted to mention charity shops. Whilst charity shops aren't a great source of goth or alt clothing, since it's mainly reliant on luck, sometimes you can come across some gems. Like before now I've had Demonia shoes, but unfortunately they weren't in my size. They were like a size 5. It was tragic. Sometimes you can pick up some staples like a faux leather jacket or a plain black dress, just stuff that you can then take and customize yourself and make it more unique and more your style. Right, so for this particular section I wanted to focus on specific brands and talk about them. Just so you know, I won't be getting into the politics behind brands because I want to focus sort of purely on how I buy my clothing at more affordable prices, as well as the brands that I buy and what the quality is like, as opposed to getting into all the politics behind them, if that makes sense. So let's start off with a really controversial one, shall we? Killstar. They are quite controversial, so you might not want to shop with them. They do have a decent range of styles, and they have a good range of sizes, including plus sizes. Their sizes go up to 4XL, I believe. Their clothes are quite expensive, and I think when they hold sales they do sell out quite quickly. Correct me if I'm wrong. However, there are always Killstar products on eBay. Absolutely always. And generally for pretty decent prices. I have quite a few Killstar dresses, I do not know off the top of my head, but I've gotten pretty much all of them for really decent prices. Okay, so next up, Hearts and Roses. I have found their sizes tend to vary quite a bit, and they're not quite as alternative as they used to be. Now they're into sort of more retro and vintage attire, rather than kind of the more gothy side that they used to be into. However, you still can come across quite a few of their sort of goth and alternative dresses on eBay. They are quite, like, I wore one into Blue Banana once, and it was like a nice kind of, it was a really nice dress, but I wore it into Blue Banana once, and one of the salespeople in Blue Banana, because my stepfather was buying me a dress, said, wow, that's a really old one, isn't it? And I was just there like, do you mind? Yes, it is. Leave it alone. It's vintage now. Like, leave my poor dress alone. It hasn't done anything to you. But they're really nice. Oh, are you awake? Okay. Their clothing is generally pretty good quality. Like, I've got some of their dresses and they've lasted a while. But please be wary of their sizes. They do vary quite a bit. Especially when they kind of have ruching at the back, then you can get away with it a bit more, but they do vary. I've found that they're not terribly plus size friendly. The biggest size I've generally found with their clothing is 18. But I might have missed, so let me know. So, Restyle. I have found that Restyle's clothing sizing is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I have found that their clothing sizing is terrible. Like, so I bought a Restyle hoodie last year, right? And it was really nice. Are you off? You're the one who got on my lap. Okay, I've lost my cat. I bought this nice hoodie last year, and I wanted it to be kind of like quite baggy, so I could like put a jumper underneath it or something. Not that I wear jumpers, but you get the idea. So I bought it in 3XL. And I could barely... Are you off again? Where are you going? And I could barely get my arm in the sleeve. Bear in mind that I often find that 2XL is too big for me. Like, this is a 2XL and it's a bit big for me. So 3XL not fitting me is absolutely ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. However, they're awful sizing aside. I do quite like their jewellery. You'll often see me wearing it. This is a Restyle necklace. I find their necklaces are quite good. However, the connecting rings, like the ones, are often quite weak, so I tend to kind of fasten them a bit with pliers, but aside from that, they're pretty good. Right, Hell Bunny. Again, this is a brand that used to be more alternative, but now seems to be sort of mainly retro and a bit more kind of softer, from what I can find. I've got a few of their older dresses, and I'm specifically looking for another one, but I do have one of their kind of bigger ball dresses that is absolutely gorgeous, and I found that they fit really well. The biggest size I've found with their older stuff is generally sort of, I think it's 18 or 20, but you can generally find Hell Bunny dresses on eBay, especially like the big ball gown one. If you know what I'm talking about, it's gorgeous. I love it. I have nowhere to wear it. I could wear it grocery shopping, and I should. But it's amazing, and like the quality's really good. Highly recommend them if you want like a Hell Bunny dress, or at least the quality was amazing. The older dress quality is amazing. I don't know about the quality now because it's not my thing. So, band. I've got their Ouija dress, which has a cutout back. I've worn it in this video. I found that band sizing is a bit on the big side. However, that could just be me, but also it does sort of, it changes between each kind of like the cut of the dress, the fabric of the dress, the style of the dress, you know, it's all of that. I only wear dresses, so I'm talking about this in that kind of form, but I'm sorry. I've also found their quality is really good. I've had this dress for quite a few years, and the print is still in really good condition, like really good condition. So I found their dresses are pretty good. Next one, Spiral Direct. They don't have a wide range of styles, but they do have a lot of different prints and cuts. Not particularly my style, clearly, but I do love them as pajamas, especially their Assassin's Creed Edward Kenway shirt. I'm gonna go put it on. Yes, here we go. Oh, now I can live my Black Flag fantasy. I need to wear this while I'm actually playing Black Flag. So, I like my pajamas to be oversized. Anyway, I find Spiral Direct's fabric is really good, especially their cotton. Like, it's really, it's not kind of flimsy viscose, it's really nice and comfy. Like, I can go and do some parkour and assassinate some people in this. I can sail the jackdaw. I can do anything I want in this. I can do anything. They've got different fits, and their sizes go up to extra large in women from what I can find, and for extra large in men. And for reference, if you're wondering, this is an extra large in men's because I wanted this fit. I do not want the slim fit for my pajamas and my assassinating. I want this loose, baggy, comfy fit because that is not what Kenway wore. I'm such a fucking nerd. I am actually such a nerd. Like, could you imagine doing a whole video on this? It'd be so comfy compared to what I usually wear. But yeah, this is my Kenway top. I like pirates. I'm genuinely interested in pirates. Like, I research random shit. I have researched Broadmoor. I have researched Wakefield. I have researched some of the inhabitants of Wakefield. I don't know what my life is. I get bored. I go down rabbit holes. I've got this really cool book, actually. Where is it? That's what it is. I've got this really cool book called Strange Ways, which is very interesting. It's about a British prison, and the prison officer wrote it. But I like researching pirates, okay? I need more pirate games. Why aren't there more pirate games? Right. So, I'm back in normal clothes. I think that's pretty much everything. Please let me know if I've missed anything, which I obviously will have, because it's quite a wide subject. Like, it changes from region to region, but this is what I found with mine. I really hope you found something useful here. I hope you have a good day. Toodle pip.